Okay folks, gather round because you're not gonna believe this. Apparently, in some parts of the world, women are choosing bears over men. Bears! You know, big, furry, salmon-loving creatures with claws? Yeah, those bears. Seems the ladies are finding them a tad more, how do you say, reassuring than your average dude. Look, I get it, men can be a real pain in the you-know-what. But bears? That's a whole different kind of wildlife adventure. This all started innocently enough. A few viral videos of bears scaring off muggers, a couple of heartwarming stories about orphaned cubs being raised by kindly old women, and bam! Suddenly, bears are the new black, or should I say brown. Social media went wild. Hashtags like #bearoverboyfriend and #grizzlyhusband goals trended for weeks, and the next thing you know, women are dragging bears to dinner parties and introducing them to their mothers. I'm not making this up. Now you might be thinking, John, this is ridiculous. Bears can't possibly replace men in society, and to that I say, hold my beer and watch this, because folks, the ripple effects of this whole bear over men thing are crazier than a honey badger on a sugar rush. Take the workplace, for example. Remember all those diversity quotas companies were trying to meet? Well, let's just say HR departments are scrambling to rewrite their policies. Turns out, bears are surprisingly good negotiators. They're also fiercely loyal, and let's be honest, nobody messes with a bear in a business meeting. Suddenly, the glass ceiling is shattered, and it's raining honey and salmon in the corner offices. Who knew all it took to empower women was a few thousand pounds of fur and claws? Don't get me wrong, it's great to see women breaking barriers, but I'm not sure this is what Gloria Steinem had in mind. So, where does this leave the guys? Well, let's just say the dating scene has gone completely grisly. Imagine trying to compete with a creature that can rip open a car door like a tin can. Talk about an ego killer. Men are officially terrified. They're growing out their beards, ironically, stockpiling survival gear, and retreating to their man caves, which, let's be honest, are starting to look a lot like bear dens these days. Can you blame them? The rules of the game have changed, and the new playbook involves a lot more honey and a lot less Netflix and chill. The dating apps are a disaster. Swipe right for a chance to meet your grizzly soulmate. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather take my chances with a pack of wolves. At least they have a better understanding of personal space. But here's the kicker, folks. The irony is thicker than a bear's winter coat. Now that men have basically retreated into the wilderness, or at least their mother's basements, guess who's complaining? Yep, the very same women who were all about the bear life just a few months ago. Suddenly, chivalry isn't so outdated after all. He used to open doors for me, they lament. He used to buy me flowers, take me dancing, and actually listen to my problems without trying to hibernate for 6 months. Well, ladies, you can't have your bear claw and eat it too. You wanted fierce protectors, you got 'em. Just don't come crying to us when your new boyfriend eats all the picnic baskets and refuses to wear pants. Section 5. The Rise of the Bear Friend Zone. A new kind of friend request. And if you think the dating scene is bad, don't even get me started on friendships. Remember the friend zone? Well, buckle up because the bear friend zone is a whole new level of awkward. Guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't want to date the bear, but they also don't want to get on the wrong side of a creature that could rip their arms off and use them as toothpicks. So they're stuck going on double dates with their girlfriend and her bear BFF, enduring endless conversations about salmon migration patterns and the best places to find berries. It's enough to drive a man to drink, honey-flavored beer, that is, because, let's face it, regular beer just doesn't cut it anymore in this brave new world. Section 6. Dating apps go wild. Furry filters and honeycomb connections. The tech world, always eager to cash in on a trend, has gone full-on bear crazy. Dating apps now have furry filters and honeycomb connections that promise to match you with your ideal grizzly mate. Forget swiping left or right, now you're swiping up for likes to cuddle and down for prefers to hibernate alone, and don't even get me started on the new emojis. We've got dancing bears, weightlifting bears, bears in chef hats, bears doing yoga. You name it, there's a bear emoji for it. The world has officially gone bananas, and the only ones laughing all the way to the bank are the folks who make those little plush teddy bears. They're raking it in, folks, raking it in. Section 7. From macho men to melancholy mammals, the male identity crisis. But behind all the jokes, there's a serious question here. What happens to masculinity in a world where bears are the new alpha males? Men are wandering around in an existential crisis, questioning everything they thought they knew about manhood. Is it about physical strength? Not anymore. Emotional intelligence? Please, bears communicate with grunts and growls. So, what's a guy gotta do to feel like a man these days? Well, some are embracing the sensitive lumberjack look. Others are trying to tap into their inner grizzly by growing out their body hair and learning to fish with their bare hands. But most are just confused, lost, and wondering if there's still a place for them in a world that's gone completely bear-zerk. Section 8. Can't we all just get along? Spoiler alert, probably not. So, can bears and men coexist peacefully? Can we all just learn to get along and share the planet without resorting to primal instincts? The jury's still out on that one, folks. But if history has taught us anything, it's that humans and wildlife don't always mix. Maybe we can learn to appreciate each other's strengths. Men can teach bears about things like indoor plumbing and the joys of a good craft beer. Bears can teach men about the importance of hibernation and the therapeutic benefits of a good belly scratch. Hey, it's a long shot, but in this crazy, mixed-up world, anything is possible, right? Section 9. The moral of the story. Be careful what you wish for, especially when it involves bears. So, what's the moral of this furry, claw-filled tale? I guess it's that old chestnut. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And sometimes the things we think we want, like a big, strong protector who can scare off the bad guys, come with a whole lot of baggage, like a penchant for honey, a tendency to hibernate for months on end, and a complete lack of understanding about the offside rule in football. But hey, that's life, folks. It's messy, unpredictable, and occasionally involves bears wearing business suits. And if we can't laugh at that, then what can we laugh at?